Hello students, as in the last lecture we saw the concept based on the vector equation of the plane. That was the concept based on the exercise number 6.3. As I told that your 6.3 and 6.4 exercise, it is based on the plane, and first two exercise it was based on the lines. So as in the last lecture we saw the equation based on the plane, where we saw equation of the plane, that is a normal form of the equation of the plane. Then after that we saw the equation of plane when it passes through a point and when it is perpendicular to the vector. And the third, it was the equation of the plane passing through a point and parallel to the two given vector. And even we saw the sums based on these three formulas. Okay, so today we're gonna see uh, the concept based on the Cartesian equation. As I told, uh, in the next lecture we're gonna do the Cartesian equation. So today we're gonna start with the Cartesian equation. It is same like lines. In lines also we used to have the vector equation as well as the Cartesian equation. So here also we have the normal form of the equation, means it we can say that the vector equation of the plane as well as the Cartesian equation of the plane. So as in the last lecture we completed the sums based on the vector equation of the plane. So today we're gonna see the Cartesian equation of the plane. As in the Cartesian equation of the plane, there are some few points which you have to remember before dealing with the sums from the exercise, which are very important points. And when you will see in the exercise, majority of the sums it is based on the Cartesian equation only. Hardly 3 or 4 sum it is based on the vector equation of the plane, and the remaining sums from the exercise it is based on the Cartesian equation. So there are some few points which you have to remember before dealing with the sums from the exercise. So first we'll see the concept based on the Cartesian equation. We'll see the equations, how to present, how to write. There are some points which you have to remember, and then we'll see one example based on the formula. So the first one is what? The Cartesian equation. So we represent the Cartesian equation as ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0, where ABC are the direction ratio. As we all know that ABC are what? The direction ratio. And d is the perpendicular distance. D is the distance, we can say. So we write the Cartesian equation as ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. So when the equation it is given in this form, we can compare the equation with the Cartesian equation, where you will get the value of ABC and D, where ABC are the direction ratio. As we know that in the line also we saw ABC represent what? ABC is known as what? It is direction ratio, and x1, y1 and z1 was the point. Yes or no? So here also same, ABC are what? The direction ratio, and x1, y1, z1 are the point. Okay, so the formula is ax plus by plus cz plus d equals to 0. The second point is what? That how to find the direction cosine. ABC are the direction ratio. Direction cosine is what? L M N. So remember these two things. Direction ratio is known as ABC and direction cosine is LMN. Once again I will explain. Direction ratio is ABC and direction cosine is LMN. So if in the question it says that you have to find the direction cosine, so this is the formula. So what is the formula? Simply, first you have to find ABC. What is ABC? ABC is the direction ratio, and that value of ABC you will get from here. When you will compare the Cartesian equation, you will get the value of ABC. After finding the value of ABC, to find the direction cosine, that is LMN, simply what you will do, you will apply this formula, that is L equals to A upon square root of A square plus B square plus C square. When you will compare the equation, you will get the value of ABC from here. To find L, so first we will write A upon square root of A square plus B square plus C square. To find M, you will write B upon square root of A square plus B square plus C square. To find n, you will write c upon square root of a square plus b square plus c square. So in this way you will find the answer of direction ratio. And direction ratio cosine, sorry, direction cosine is what? LMN. So this is a formula to find direction cosine. Okay, so now after that there is one more formula, Cartesian equation of plane in the normal form. So in the normal form we write the Cartesian equation of the plane in normal form, we write as Lx plus my plus nz equals to p, where the small lmn, just now only I had explained, small lmn is known as what? Is the direction cosine. So is the direction cosine, and what is the p over there? P is the distance of the origin from the plane. P is known as the distance of the origin from the plane. So if in the question it says that you have to find the direction cosine, it means lmn. It is lmn. If it says the direction ratio, to find the direction ratio, it is abc. And in the question if it says that you have to find the distance of the origin from the plane, it is known as p. Okay, so the Cartesian equation, so this is the very important formula. Okay, so the Cartesian equation of the plane in the normal form is Lx plus my plus nz equals to p, where L, M, N are known as the direction cosine and p is the distance of the origin from the plane. I hope you all understood this three concept. Okay, now there is one more important concept. To find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular, in the question they will say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular. So to find the coordinate means what? X comma y comma z, yes or no? So to find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular, to find x y z, there is a formula, that is LP, MP and NP. LP indicate what? It is the x coordinate. MP indicate what? It is the y coordinate. And NP is what? Z coordinate. To find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular, in the question if they ask to find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular, so you have to apply this formula. So what is the formula? LP comma MP comma NP. What is LMN? LMN are what? Are the direction cosine, yes or no? Are the direction cosine. And P is what? It is a distance of the origin from the plane. So all the values you will get from here, yes or no? And we know that how to find the direction ratio cosine. To find the direction cosine, this is the formula, L equals to M equals to N equals to, and to find the P, you will get the P from here. Okay, so this is the formula to find the perpendicular coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular, LP comma MP comma NP. So here the next formula is what? You will have the equation in this form, R into n bar equals to P. They will say that you have to reduce the given equation to the normal form. Okay, so simply what you will do, you will divide this left hand side and right hand side by magnitude of n bar. To reduce the equation to the normal form, simply what you will do, normal form means like this. Okay, to reduce the equation to the normal form, simply you will have this equation in this form. Okay, so they will say that you have the equation in this form, so you have to reduce the equation to the normal form. Simply what you will do, you will divide the left hand side and right hand side by magnitude of n bar. And we know that how to find the magnitude, yes or no? To find the magnitude, sum of the square of the coefficient, yes or no? Yes. So the same concept we will use here. After getting the answer of this, okay, so simply to reduce the equation, you will divide the left hand side and right hand side by magnitude of n bar. So after that, what you will see that after dividing this part, actually it will get converted into in this form, in this form. So in this form, when it will get converted into in this form, so from you here you will get the value of L, M and Z. From here you will get the value of L, M and Z. So indirectly can I say from here actually you will get the direction cosine. From here actually you will get the direction cosine. They will say that to reduce the equation of the normal, so simply you will divide the left hand side and right hand side of magnitude of n bar. After dividing, what you will see that this part from here you will get, actually you will get the direction cosine. when you will compare the equation, so you will get lmn from here actually. Okay, so we'll take one example on this, so you will come to know exactly how to present and how to find the answer. Okay, don't worry about that, just it is a concept, just keep this all the points in your mind. There is one more concept, the equation of plane passing through a point and having the direction ratio. Whenever a equation of plane passing through a point and having a direction ratio, so there is one formula, that is a x minus x1 plus b y minus y1 and c z minus z1 equals to 0. So simply what you have to do, you have to find the direction ratio, or already it will be given in the question, the direction ratio is so and so, and they will say that the equation of plane is passing through a point. So if they say that it is passing through a point, so here from here, the point from here you will get x1 y1 z1. Just now only I explained that abc is known as direction ratio and x1 y1 z1 are the point. So after getting the value of x1 y1 z1 and abc, simply substitute the value here in this equation, you will get the equation of plane directly. Okay, so this was the point which you have to remember before dealing the sums from the exercise. And there is one more concept. Okay, find the Cartesian equation of the plane. So the given equation, the Cartesian equation of the plane, the given equation will be in this form: r bar equals to a bar plus lambda b1 bar plus mu b2. So it represents a plane passing through a point having the position vector. So we know that a bar actually is known as the position vector, and parallel b1 and b2 we used to write, I hope you all might be knowing, in the line we used to say that b1 b2 are the parallel vector, it is parallel to the vector, yes or no, b1 b2. So here a bar is known as the position vector and parallel to the vector b1 b2. So if it is parallel to the b1 b2, and we know that if it is parallel to b1 b2, so in the line we used to write b bar is equals to b1 cross b2, yes or no. So it will be perpendicular to b bar, yeah, it is parallel to b bar we used to write, yes or no. So here, but in this exercise we'll use this concept, if parallel to the vector b1 b2, then it will be perpendicular to n bar. Just remember these points. Okay, you will have the equation in this form, where a bar is known as the position vector and b1 b2 is parallel to the vector. If it is parallel to b1 b2, so then it will be perpendicular to n bar. N bar is the normal, this is known as normal, normal means perpendicular. So n bar is equals to b1 cross b2. Okay, and we know that how to find the cross product, yes or no, using the determinant concept. So after that, vector equation of the plane, we know that vector equation of the plane is r dot n bar equals to a dot n. Okay, to convert the given equation into a Cartesian equation, so simply what you will do here, you will have this equation to convert the given equation of the plane. This is known as the equation of plane, yes or no, this is known as the equation of the plane, as is all I had explained in the last lecture, equation of the plane, yes or no, equation of the plane. So you will have the equation of plane and you have to convert this equation of plane into Cartesian equation. So simply what you will do, you will substitute the value of r bar as xi yi yj plus zk. Okay, so after that simply you will substitute r bar as xi yj plus zk. So when you will bracket open, what you will see that this part it will get convert into a Cartesian form. So there is one example here, we'll see the example afterwards. Okay, so now let's begin with the sums from the exercise. Let's take some few example based on this all formulas. Okay, so let's take the first example. So here in the first sum it says that you have to find the perpendicular distance of the origin from the plane. You have to find the perpendicular distance of the origin of the plane. So what do you mean by the perpendicular distance? So this all things I had explained. P is known as what? The distance of the origin from the plane. So actually we have to find, in this question we have to find the P. Okay. So first thing what you will do, when you will see a given equation, it is in this form, Cartesian equation, yes or no, it is in this form. So to find the perpendicular distance of the origin from the plane, so first we'll write the given equation of plane 6x minus 2y plus 3z minus 7 equals to 0, comparing with the Cartesian equation. So what is the Cartesian equation? It is ax plus by plus cz plus t equals to 0. So where you will get the value of a as 6, b as the coefficient of b is minus 2, c as 3, and d the coefficient of d is minus 7. So to find the perpendicular distance of the origin from the plane, it is known as p. That means, so we have to find this p. So first we have to um, find the Cartesian equation of the plane in the normal form for this p. To find the Cartesian equation of the plane in the normal form, first we require LMN. So what is LMN? It is the direction cosine. So to find the direction cosine, so this is the formula. So to find the direction cosine, direction cosine R, L equals to, we know the formula. What is the formula? L equals to A upon, so directly I will find the answer A. A is what? 6 upon square root A square, B square, C square. A square is what? 6. So 6 square is 36 plus B square is what? Minus 2. Minus 2 square is 4 plus C square is what? 3. 3 square is 9. Yes or no? So M equals to, M is what? B upon, so B is what? Minus 2 upon, again same, A square, B square, C square. So this will be 36 plus 4 plus 9. Okay. And the last one is what? N. So N is equal to C upon, so this part will be same, A square plus B square plus C square. So 36 plus 4 plus 9. So therefore L will be equals to 6 upon square root of, this will be what? 49. M equals to minus 2 upon square root of 49. N equals to 3 upon, this is also square root of 49. So therefore this we can write as 6 upon 7. M equals to minus 2 upon 7, and N equals to, it is 3 upon 7. So the Cartesian equation of the plane in a normal form is the Cartesian equation of plane in normal form is Lx plus My plus Nz equals to P. Yes or no? This is the formula. So this is the formula. We know that Lx plus My plus Nz equals to P. So here we have 6 L 6 upon 7, Ms minus 2 upon 7, and Ns 3 upon 7. So simply what exactly we are doing, can you see the value of A is what? 6, the value of B is what? Minus 2, and value of C is what? 3. So here the direction ratio is 6, so here we got the direction cosine as 6 upon 7. Direction ratio is minus 2, here we got minus 2 upon 7 direction cosine. Here, and direction ratio is c equals to 3, and here we got direction cosine 3 upon 7. So simply this equation which here we have 6x minus 2y plus 3z minus 7 equals to 0, that is we can write this equation as 6x minus 2y plus 3z equals to 7. Can I write this equation as like this? Yes or no? Okay. So here actually the 6 minus 2 and 3 are what? Are the direction ratio. To convert this direction ratio into direction cosine, okay, simply what you will do, you will divide each number by 7. Okay, because clearly we can see that since the direction ratio of normal to the plane are what? 6 comma minus 2 comma 3. Yes or no? So the direction cosine of its are what? 6 upon 7 minus 2 upon 7 and 3 upon 7. So this given equation, actually it can be written as the given equation can be written as, simply divide each term by 7. Divide each term by 7. So here you will get what? 6 upon 7 x minus 2 upon 7 y plus 3 upon 7 z equals to 7 upon 7. Okay, simply what exactly we are doing here, we have the given equation, Cartesian equation of the plane, but it is in the form of the direction ratio. Okay, so direction ratio is what? 6 minus 2 3. Okay, so here we got 6 upon 7 minus 2 upon 7 and 3 upon 7. Simply the direction cosine is what? 6 upon 7 minus 2 upon 7 and 3 upon 7. So simply what you will do, you will divide this given equation with 7. Okay, so therefore, so this will be 6 upon 7 x minus 2 upon 7 y plus 3 upon 7 z equals to 7 upon 7 is y. Okay, so this answer which we got, actually it is in the form of what? This is in the form of Lx plus my plus nz equals to p. Yes or no? Means ax plus by plus cz plus d equals to 0 is known as what? The Cartesian equation only, but it is in the form of the direction ratio. So when you will divide this by square root of a square plus b square plus c square, square root of a square plus b square plus c square, square root of a square plus b square plus c square, square root of a square plus b square plus c square. So this part will get converted into L, this part will convert into M, and this part will get converted into N, and this part will be the P. I hope you all understood the sum. Okay, so here clearly we can see that what is there in place of P? It is 1. So in the last step you will write what? The distance of origin from the plane is 1 unit. Okay, I hope you all understood the sum. So once again I will explain the sum. As here you have the equation, it is in the form ax plus by plus cz plus d equals to 0. Simply what you will do, dividing each term by square root of a square plus b square plus c square, square root of square root of square root of. So here this part actually is known as the direction cosine. So this part will replace by L, this part will replace by M, and this section will replace by z, sorry, n, and this part will get converted into what? P. Yes or no? So we can shift that P to that side. Okay, so that only I had done in this sum. I hope you all understood the first example. So let's move on to the second one. So here second one, it says that find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin to the plane. So now here we have to find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular. So we know that what is the formula to find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular? It is LP, MP and NP. So of course we required P and LMN. So what is LMN? It is the direction cosine. And P is what? The perpendicular distance from the origin. Yes or no? So here what exactly you will do now? Okay. So in the sum, first the given equation of the plane, it is there. So the equation of given plane is 2x plus 6y plus 3z equals to 63. So when you will compare this with ax plus by plus cz plus d equals to 0. So where a is what? 2, b is what? 6 and c is what? minus 3. To find the coordinate of the foot, so of course we required LMN. So what is LMN? Is the direction ratio, direction cosine. To find the direction cosine we have the formula. So we'll find the direction cosine. So L is what? The formula is what? A upon square root of a square plus b square plus c square. So directly I will apply. So a is what? 2. So 2 upon square root of 2 square is 4, 6 square is 36 and minus 3 square is 9. M equals to 6 upon square root of same, it will be same, 4 plus 36 plus 9, and n equals to minus 3 upon, so this part again it will be same, 4 plus 36 plus 9. Yes or no? So L equals to 2 upon 36 plus 4, 40, 49. So this will be square root of 49 is 7. This part will be 6 upon 7 and even this part will be what? Minus 3 upon 7. So this was the direction ratio. Okay. And here we got the direction cosine. So simply what you will do, we have the equation. Yes or no? So here we'll write, since direction ratio of normal to plane are 2 comma 6 comma minus 3 and direction cosine are 2 upon 7, 6 upon 7 and minus 3 upon 7. So simply clearly we can see that 2 upon 7, 6 upon 7 and minus 3 upon 7 is there as we did in the last previous sum. So simply what you will do, you will divide the given equation with 7. So the given equation, yes or no? So the given equation can be written as 2x plus 6y minus 3z equals to 63. So simply divide each term by 7. So 2 upon 7, 6 upon 7, minus 3 upon 7, 7. So here you will get 2x, 2 upon 7x plus 6 upon 7y. Yes or no? Minus 3 upon 7z equals to 63 upon 7 is what? 9. Okay. So now this is what? It is in the form of Lx plus my plus nz equals to p. So clearly we can see that p is what, 9, L is what, 2 upon 7, M is what, 6 upon 7, and N is what, minus 3 upon 7. Yes or no? Minus 3 upon 7. So now, as the final step is what we have to find the coordinate of the foot. So to find the coordinate of the foot, what is the formula? Here we have the formula. What is the formula? LP, MP, and NP. So here we'll write the coordinate of foot is what, LP, MP, NP. LP comma NP comma NP. Okay, so simply substitute the value. L is what, 2 upon 7 into P is what, 9. Okay, 6 upon 7 into P is what, 9, minus 3 upon 7 into 9. So therefore the final step will be what? This will be 18 upon 7, 54 upon 7, and minus 27 upon 7 is the what? The coordinate of the foot. As we know that to find the coordinate of the foot, what is the formula? It is LP, MP, and NP. So of course we have to find LMN. LMN is known as the direction ratio, and we know that how to find the direction ratio by using this formula. Yes or no? So simply what you will do, as here we have the given equation, simply divide the given equation by 7. So that given equation will that convert into the normal form. So as clearly we can see that in place of L it is 2 upon 7, M is 6 upon 7, and is minus 3 upon 7, and in place of P is 9. I hope you all understood both this sum. Okay, so exactly what I did in this both the sum, I had converted this given equation into a normal form. So this actually 6 minus 2 and 3, it was the direction ratio, and this 6 upon 7 minus 2 upon 7, 3 upon 7, simply when you will divide each term by 7, that 6 upon 7 minus 2 upon 7, 3 upon 7, it will get converted into what? Direction cosine. Okay, just refer this sum. These two sums are very important sums from the exercise. Okay, I hope you all understood both the sum. Okay, so let's move on to the next sum, which is very important, and it is there in the exercise.